the Kansas City Chiefs came back from behind yesterday to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 25-17. And Patrick Mahomes went 21-29, 245 yards, 1 touchdown. And Isaiah Pacheco had 18 carries for 130 yards. And Jake Browning went 19 for 33, 197 yards, 1 touchdown for Cincinnati. Listen, this was a highly defensively minded game. Harrison Buckner, as you guys know, hit 6 field goals for Kansas City. And neither team had a turnover, but both teams' defenses played amazing. And listen, Kansas City throughout the entirety of the season has had a top 5, almost top 3 defense, and that's been their staple point all year. And obviously Cincinnati has been playing much more consistent over the past 5 weeks. They're now 8-8. And the cause for concern with Kansas City has been their offense all season. However, something that we always discuss, or something that's always talked about, is how an excellent defense is needed to win a Super Bowl. And I agree with that. I agree with. However, more important than the defense is obviously the quarterback play. And yes, Kansas City has a great defense, and obviously Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But the staple point for Kansas City throughout the entirety of, if you want to call it a dynasty, I wouldn't call it a dynasty yet, is their ability to put points on the board. And my concern with Kansas City is, will they be able to put up enough points with a Baltimore or even in Miami, but especially a Baltimore? Because though Kansas City and Baltimore both have great defenses, we see now that Baltimore's offense is electric, and they're playing great at the right time. They're peaking at the right time. And will Kansas City be able to score with Baltimore, with a team like Baltimore, or even with a team like Buffalo? And that's why I still have concerns for Kansas City, because yes, their defense is one of the best defenses in the league, but if you can't put points on the board, it doesn't matter. And what happens is, if you can't extend drives offensively, if you can't control time of possession, then that just means that's more time that your defense has spent out on the field. And the more time they spend on the field, they're going to get tired, and they're going to be prone to make more mistakes, and they're going to allow bigger plays, more big plays. And that's why I still have cause for concern for Kansas City, and that's why I think they haven't turned a corner yet. And just like Philadelphia, I think they're pretenders as well. And once again, a topic or a theme that we've talked about ad nauseum in today's show is, it's hard to win in the NFL consistently. And even with a team like Kansas City, who won the Super Bowl last year, this shows you how hard it is to go back, to repeat, and to be dominant year in, year out. It's difficult because teams get better. Other teams get better. And this will be a great moment for Patrick Mahomes to truly solidify himself as the best quarterback of all time. If he's capable of leading this team offensively to another Super Bowl, a Super Bowl victory at that, this hands down will solidify him as one of the best quarterback of all time. This would be akin to LeBron James leading the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals in 2007 or even in 2018, but actually winning the Super Bowl, actually winning the championship. That's what this will be similar to if Patrick Mahomes is to lead Kansas City to a Super Bowl. And will he be able to do it? That remains to be seen. We'll cover all that in our predictions and our preview videos. But just discussing the victory that they had against Cincinnati last night, that was a great victory defensively, but they still have issues. They still have faults on the offensive side of the ball. things that haven't been fixed, things that have been issues for them all year, and they're not going to get fixed this late in the season. And that's why I'm still worried about Kansas City going to the playoffs. Do I think Kansas City is the best team in the AFC? No, I don't. Do I think they're the second best team in the AFC? I don't. Even though Miami lost Bradley Chubb to what they think is a torn ACL last night, I still think Miami's better than Kansas City at this point in time. And right now, I will take both of those teams over Kansas City, and it's because of their offense. Both those teams are highly proficient offensively, and both those teams are great defenses. But I'm interested to see what Patrick Mahomes is capable of doing with this offense in the playoffs. This will be a true testament of how great Patrick Mahomes truly is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is Kansas City contenders or pretenders, and have they turned the corner? And can they make a deep run in the AFC playoffs? Let me know what you guys think. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Share your thoughts in the chat room as well. In our next segment, guys, we're going to be discussing the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, perhaps the most surprising team in the NFL this season, with everything that's going on around them. How great of a chance do they have of perhaps making the Super Bowl? We're going to discuss all of that and then some, so be sure to stick around, guys. I'll be right back.